Welcome! It's Tuesday, so we all know what that means, and that means late night logic! Yeah! It's all so exciting! And it's so close to Christmas. What ghosts are you fighting?
No, I really like it in Wallace and Gromit and Curse of the Were-Rabbit when they go to fight and they go.
Why are they getting here?
That's what they do. They go. I just really like it.
I think I need to watch that film because there's a lot of references that you give.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was so ingrained in my brain, but it is.
It's got to be in there somewhere. To be fair, that one scene of that fucking dog, I think about that very frequently.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay, I saw this on TikTok. Okay, I don't know who it was, but you can credit it if somebody finds it. That's up to you guys. So, how many pigeons would you have to see before you knew that something was wrong?
And like it just where I am, or like throughout the day.
In a day, how many pigeons would you have to see to be like, there's something going on?
Well, I feel like you see pigeons all the time. You don't really notice them that much. Like I'd say probably today I probably would have seen like between 10 and 20. I just didn't realise because they're quite insignificant. Like, not to me because I love pigeons. But I don't know. I feel like if they were travelling in pairs, because you see flocks of pigeons and you see pigeons on their own, but if you saw a group of 2 or 3 a lot throughout the day,
a friendship group,
they're plotting.
Yeah,
they're plotting something.
I wanted to ask this because I want like a progression of the different things, because the guy first asked how many owls you would have to see, and I was like, that's really interesting because pigeons are they're often around.
Yeah.
So how many you'd have to see a lot before you were like, there's something going on.
I feel like if I ever caught them doing something they shouldn't be, like just standing still. Because like, do you remember ages ago there was that meme of like the pigeons on the front of the album cover?
Yeah.
Like imagine if you saw them setting up a little camera and taking that, or you saw one with a microphone.
Yeah.
Like that would be fucking weird.
They're like laying down a beat in the street.
Yeah, or like every time you see them, they go.
Imagine, right? I think in the like just wandering around, they're not doing anything weird. I would have to see at least 100 round here, because if you go into Central, easily you can see that many.
Yeah.
But like I would have to see them fucking everywhere. Like everywhere I turned, I would have to see them, and I'd be like, the government's lost control.
So you would automatically think that the government is like plotting
with pigeons? Yes.
I wouldn't. I feel like they amongst themselves would have found like a key or a certain place where they know they're gonna catch a mouse. Or do they eat mice?
No.
Worms?
Yes.
Rubbish. Like they found a bin, or they found their little place to a bin, and they need a human to get them in. Like they can't flap or bite quite strong enough to open the door.
Right.
But they're gonna take you. Together they can lift you up and they'll take you to that door.
I wonder how many pigeons it would take to lift a human. It'd be a lot. At least 2,000.
No. I would say if they were all working in unison and like had a good rhythm and they all bit and had their own places.
I was thinking that you would be on top of the pigeons.
On top of them? And they can't flap the wings if you're lying on them. I was thinking more like a beak and flap motion.
Or they've got you strung up by each limb, and then they all have like a little rope that's attached to you, like Gulliver's Travel.
I don't think pigeons are smart enough to be kinky.
Nobody said anything about BDSM.
You brought ropes. You said that you'd be strapped up with ropes.
I didn't say strapped up. I said strapped by each limb. That's not kinky. That's being kidnapped.
It depends if you're into it or not.
Bro, if I was strapped up by each limb by pigeons, I would never be into that.
Yeah, but if they want you to just steal something for them, maybe they make you sign a little waiver and you've got a safe word. It's like, crumb, crumb, crumb!
And they drop me from the sky.
Yeah. I don't think they'd pick you up that far. I think you'd be maybe a couple of centimetres off the ground, but you're flying. You're drifting.
You're hovering.
Yeah.
Imagine if just you're walking down a corridor, you're walking down an alley in Central, and 200 or 300 pigeons and a human underneath them.
And they're just like being like dragged along. How long do you think you have to spend around a pigeon before you start?
A while.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't think it would take long. I feel like if you looked at too many of them in the eye for too long, you're in.
I looked at a chicken once and became a vegetarian for a week. I don't think we're designed to do that. I don't think we're designed. Why do they do that?
Something through their neck. A big batty pigeon. That's why they're kinky. Not kinky. Did I say they were or they weren't?
Yes, you did.
But that didn't answer my question. Did I say that they were or they weren't?
You said that they were kinky.
That's why
you said the pigeons were kinky!
That's why they're out in the street.
They're actually all just prostitutes.
Prosy Pidge.
Fuckapigeon.com.
Did you say fuck? I also love that you like I love that when I ask like so many questions, the thought of like the chance of a pigeon restraining you is higher than you spending time around them enough to they take less time to seduce you than they do to get you to take up their habits.
I'm very stubborn, alright?
It's like when you're around someone, you pick up their phrases eventually.
Yeah, but I think I'd have to be like at their level to be like that.
Not small.
Yeah.
Why?
Because if I was standing above them, I wouldn't be looking at them that. Like if we were all walking in a friendship group.
If they were surrounding you and they took you hostage.
Do you think that if you were standing, like I'm talking about Central because they're always there.
Yeah.
If you were standing in the middle of fucking London and a swarm of pigeons surrounded you with like a meter, maybe a foot each side in a circle, and they all start kind of walking, would you walk with them?
Our foot or a pigeon foot?
like a subway foot long.
What if they surround me in a circle? Would I walk with them?
And so that you've got about a foot circle around you, so your feet are in that circle, and then they start moving all at the same time. So that means the circle's moving too. Do you stay still, or do you kind of like keep trotting forwards?
Or just lift one leg, step out?
No, I'm talking about like
you
hundreds.
said a foot!
I said you had a foot-long circle.
Yeah, exactly.
In the middle of the pigeons.
That's what I mean. If they're that close to me, it's a little foot. I just lift one foot and step out like a hopscotch. I can go whoop bang.
When have you ever hopscotched and gone whoop bang?
I was just using a bit of like sounds to illustrate.
I'm saying right.
Sorry.
Hopscotch.
Scotch is jumping with your legs out.
Mm-hmm.
Let it crap.
Say that this.
It kind of smells like cat piss.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ugh.
That's not nice. It tastes like that.
No.
Oh, that's good.
Can't breathe. Can't breathe. How do people do that?
Bro, come on, hang on a fucking second. Do you breathe and
You
drink
do
at the
it.
same time?
Of course I do. Just spat.
What bang? I need you to answer this question.
I answered.
You can't hop out of them. They're like 100 pigeons deep each side.
They're the ones that I had an allegiance with to pick me up and lift me over.
You've got no allegiance to the pigeons.
I have. I opened the door for them. They like, you know.
What door?
The one I was talking about at the beginning.
This is a completely different situation.
Well, yeah, of course I would just move with them. Or I'd just be
How
stubborn.
far would you go? Yeah, but then they're picking at your ankles.
Then I would.
Would you step on them?
No, I'd just sweeping leaves. Whee!
But they could just fly around you and just like create the circle every time. Like how long would you go before you're like, I need to call the police?
What the fuck are the police going to do? He said, oh, sorry, I'm stuck in Central with a circle of 100 pigeons around me. Can you come do something about it? I think they've got better things to do.
Who the bloody else are you going to call? The RSPCA?
Maybe. I'd probably try and get them sort of psychologist or...
You're like on the phone with 111. You're like, I really don't think this is an emergency, but I do need help because I've been shuffled about 3 miles.
I think you're just a little bit weak-willed if you're going to get shuffled around by a pigeon.
I don't want to get bit. You might get rabies.
What are you going to do? Just keep walking?
You're the one who said you would follow them to a bin.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Once did I say that?
You said you would open a door for them. How else are they going to show you?
When the fuck did I say I would let them walk me to a bin? Never.
Yes, you did.
No, I fucking didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Actual lie.
It's not.
How else were you expecting to open this door of food for them?
When the fuck did I say a bin? I'm talking about some sort of fucking warehouse where all of the bins are stored.
You said rubbish. You said rubbish. You said, do they eat mice? Worms? Rubbish. I assumed then.
I didn't say. You said
I assume respectable bonus.
You said. Right, hear me out. You said 2 different situations. So when I was speaking about the plot to go and open the door, different situation to whether I would walk with them in a circle. Not once, when we were talking about the circle, did I say I would let them walk me anywhere, but a bin, never.
How do you know they aren't showing you the warehouse to open?
You said they weren't related!
You might know they are! I changed my mind!
You get to fucking do. What would you do? Oh, that's you in the middle of the circle.
Maybe they're showing me a pot of gold.
You said you'd call it RSPCA.
Yeah, I'd get them all shot if they were going to hurt me. Oh. I don't know where that came from. I'd get like... No, I wouldn't kill them.
You just said you'd get them shot. You wouldn't even do it yourself.
Tranquilizers. I just sprinkle like ket on them.
That doesn't make it any better.
But they're just conked.
Maybe they should do that to you. Give you some ket or shoot you.
Well, then they could take me anywhere.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be picking up all the pigeons. I wouldn't put them all in a bag and take them somewhere. What would a pigeon do if a group of humans stood around it? It would walk with us.
No, it wouldn't. They run away when you go near them. They go... Apart from the one that sat on my lap.
No, pigeons in Central are quite reasonable. You could reason with them.
Do they do a good deal? Like
yeah, you could reason with them.
So why are you shooting them then?
It's biting on my ankles. I like my ankles. Have any questions for me?
No. I feel like you've drained me a little bit with the amount of bullshitting you did.
I didn't bullshit. I'll just give my opinion.
You call me a liar.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you fucking
No,
did.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Oh, no, saying that someone lied and calling them a liar are 2 different things. Having lied is an isolating incident. Having lied multiple times, you are a liar.
You done?
Having lied many a time, pathological. Why did I sound like a cartoon character? Pathological. Pathological, maybe. Would you like some water?
Pigeons definitely have an agenda, though.
I think they do. I just don't... Do you know what it is? All myths and stories come from somewhere. Right, they have to. So...
What?
You were like... So... The birds are part of the bourgeoisie. It's got to come from somebody being like...
Bourgeoisie. I think the pigeons should take you. You fit in quite nicely.
I went cross. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think they are. They're up to something. But I think that owls are trustworthy.
I just wish that pigeons wore little handbags.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little pink square handbag.
Yeah. With a little chain.
Do you think pigeons would wear 3-toed heels or 6 heels?
3-toed heels.
I think they'd have 6 little heels.
No, because that's their toes. And then they have the little bit here.
I know, but they're so
Looks like
far
that.
apart. Imagine if they had like 6 little toes, like heels, like toe heels. No.
But they'd have these ones would have to be platforms. And then these ones would have the back
Like
ones would have to be things, so they'd all be on the same level.
Yeah, they'd be platforms, and like it would. So yeah, it would just be one big shoe
Yeah.
with 3 toes.
What's on your plate? Cheese and chapati. What's on your plate? God, I hate it when this happens.
What was that?
It's a thing that's on TikTok. Or it's on my
Your
On For You
TikTok
page.
and my TikTok are so different. Like it's really not okay, actually. It's really not okay.
It's similar sometimes because when we actually sit next to each other and scroll, it's not very different.
It is, I think. Neither's bad, but it's different.
Yeah. What's on your plate? Cheese and chapati. What's on your plate?
Did you ever have Sylvanian families?
Yeah.
I had Sylvanian families. And when I come to think of it, they actually felt really horrible.
I liked them.
That surprises me because
Yeah.
they didn't feel very nice.
I quite liked them. I had the tree house and the gypsy carriage. That's what it was branded as. Yeah.
I just had clothes, like little clothes for them.
Aww.
They were really cute.
I used to love Sylvanian families. The tree house was fucking huge and it had like a little like winch that you could like get them up onto the thing. I got it for Christmas from my grandparents. Or, like
This
all
is
of
an
them.
interesting question, actually, because you have your things. And when you used to play with toys when you were little, did you like make up stories in your head and like play them out, like storylines?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. God, those things that went through war. they went through the front line.
Well, that's why, because I thought that with ADHD and autism and stuff, you couldn't do that.
No, because you're just in your own world. Like I would just sit for hours and play on my own.
Yeah.
Especially with autism, especially, you can just sit on your own for hours. Well, that's
Yeah.
what my experience is.
Yeah.
Like I would much prefer to just like have some dolls or have some like things and just go and sit on my own, like
Yeah.
quietly and just play.
Yeah.
Goodness, they went through a lot. They were very well looked after though. I used to put them to bed every night.
Yeah. I don't think I put them to bed, but I played with them.
They all had their own room. Okay. Witch 'em up.
It reminds me of that film. What was that little film when they had like, I think it's called, this is really bad, but I'm pretty sure it's called like Indian in the Cupboard.
No.
You haven't seen that? No, I'm scared. Can you search it?
Indian in the cupboard.
I'm pretty sure it was called that. I'm scared what might come up. What? Why is that your last search?
It's a very valid question. Fucking hell. Oh no, yeah, it's a thing.
Is it the film I was thinking of? Yeah.
What's on your plate? Cheese and chapati. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a really good film. And it was about these little toys that came to life.
That reminds me of in the night not the night garden, the night museum.
Night in the Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little Roman and the cowboy.
What would you do? If I was in Night in the Museum, I think I'd just lock myself in a cupboard and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Or I'd leave.
I don't know. I feel like I would probably go and find that Teddy Roosevelt statue.
Ooh.
I would trust that statue. I would see it and I'd be like,
Do you know what word? I don't like. I'm not sure how I got here, but it definitely links in some way. I think the word hug is perfect. I'm pretty sure that's because of like Ugh, caveman, Night in the Museum.
No, I absolutely agree with that.
Hug and snuggle. Hug and snuggle just makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then you can just imagine them being like
cuddle.
Ugh. Ugh?
Yeah.
Hug.
And cuddle. I think cuddle's a really cute word.
But it really pisses me off, actually. You know, when you say the same word over and over again and it just doesn't sound like a word. It's probably top 10 most irritating things that can happen.
And when you're reading a word and it just like is just like shapes.
I think that might just be dyslexia. Shapes.
Shapes and colours. No, like when you look at a word for too long and it's just like
Yeah.
like that ain't English.
Yeah, I get what you mean. That wasn't, but yeah,
Nope.
I get what you mean for sure.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Very grateful. We will see you all on Thursday for Pub Logic,
That podcast
at 5 p.m. Make sure that you follow our Instagram and our TikTok to get all of the clips that you will see here.
and the Spotify.
And the Spotify.